Hi everyone, it's Noreen Macdonald from Natural Living, currently working at the Love Day Clinic in Nelson, New Zealand. Today I wanted to explain to you what bioresonance therapy is. So this is the BICOM machine, which stands for biological communication. It was developed over 30 years ago by German physicists. So I get asked this question a lot because a lot of people don't understand what bioresonance therapy is, but they've heard that it's really good for the body. So if you can imagine that everything that exists in nature is made out of matter, and that's going back to physics class, remember? And matter is really made of compressed energy. Now that energy does have a measurable frequency. So the BICOM machine I can use to send beneficial frequencies to flood the body, the bowel, the brain, the nervous system, whatever I need to work on with the client. But where I think bioresonance therapy really excels is by picking up disharmonious frequencies in the body. So I'll give you an example. So say, for example, with this chart, I'll just get it so you can see it. If you can imagine that when you were conceived in your mum, you were given a barrel of health. And over time, everything that's happened to you, everything you've been exposed to, the choices you've made in life, you may have had many different types of stresses that your body has been exposed to. So for this person, for example, all of these things have finally led their body to formulate a symptom or a disease process. So let's say, for example, that you've got eczema and your neighbour's got eczema. Now, when you come to see me, some of those stresses will be maybe the same as your neighbour, but some of them will definitely be different because you're an individual who has had your own history, your own lifestyle, etc. So what's really important to remember is that through bioresonance therapy, we are treating the individual, we're not treating the disease, because no two diseases are caused by exactly the same thing. Now, with the bioresonance therapy, it's painless, it's an effective form of treatment. The client just lies down on the bed and it's a diagnostic tool as well as a treatment tool. So let's say, for example, let's talk about how we're exposed to a lot of toxins these days. So we have toxic byproducts from our own metabolism internally, but we also obviously are exposed to a lot of toxins and pollutants in our environment and with what we ingest and breathe, especially nowadays electromagnetic frequencies, which we live in a grid of in this technological world. So all of those disharmonious things can have or do have a specific frequency. And I can use the BICOM machine to test whether you have any of those disharmonious frequencies in your body. So let's say, for example, let's take a virus, the Epstein-Barr virus, which you may have had glandular fever 20 years ago. And I can put the Epstein-Barr virus vial into the machine, which reads its unique frequency pattern of Epstein-Barr virus. And I can then tell the machine to read that frequency and send the mirror image of that to flood the body. So in effect, it's a form of cancellation therapy. The idea in the long term is to start to cancel out multiple stresses or multiple frequencies in the person's body. Now, your body is a self-healing, self-regulating mechanism. It's extremely intelligent and it does know how to heal itself. However, if you can think that when you have got multiple disharmonious frequencies or stresses in the body, the cells in your body can't communicate correctly. It's almost like they're blocked. And what that means is you can't uptake nutrition into your cells properly and your cells can't rid themselves of waste. Now you can imagine that means that the cell can't do its job properly. And what makes up organs are cells. So then the organs start not being able to do their job properly. So really our aim in bioresonance therapy is to help to balance out the body. It's to cancel out any frequencies in the body that are causing cell disruption, and ideally in the long run allowing your body to start to regulate itself again. It's really effective. This is the brand new model that I use, the BICOM Optima Plus. It's got lots and lots of features in it. It's got over 300 stored substances in it. In this cup here goes a lot of bodily secretions because the machine reads off your blood, your urine, your hair, all sorts of things. In this cup can go anything beneficial, so I might put some herbs in there or some homeopathics or essential oils. So that's a quick rundown of Biocom therapy, bioresonance therapy, and I hope to see you in the clinic soon. Thanks for listening.